Hi, everybody. Welcome to Queers and Soaps. My name is Derek, and I am joined by,
Aaron.
and we are going to be discussing what's happening on GH this week. I'll roll the credits, and we'll get this party started. All right, so this week was a little bit better than last week, but for November's week, it's pretty boring, though. I don't know what's going on.
There's one event that's fun.
Yeah, but we will get to that. It was the highlight of the week for sure. So let's start with Robert and Holly.
Okay.
Um, Holly, of course, has her first instinct is to leave Port Charles. She wants, and I think she talks to Anna about. She owes the syndicate a lot of money or something, and that's what stole the diamonds for from Sidwell.
Yep.
And Holly's telling her that well, she doesn't agree with anything. Holly, I feel like Anna's very hard on Holly.
She is, but that's because of their history. And she also
Yeah.
left out the part that was important, which was she was working for the WSB when she got herself into this situation where she owes a ton of money. She actually was working for the, I guess, quote unquote, good guys when she got herself into trouble. But like Anna doesn't know that. So Anna just assumes it's the same old crap where Holly's lying, cheating, stealing just to make a buck. So having her owe a syndicate a bunch of money is like exactly what Anna would think is par for the course for Holly.
Yeah.
She is hard on her because she loves Robert and she hates how Holly dips in and out of his life.
Right.
And that's why Mac hates her or dislikes her. I don't think Mac hates anybody.
No, I don't think he hates her. I just think he doesn't think Holly's right for him or for his brother. So poor Diane. She was saving herself some heartache and broke up with Robert before he had the chance to break things off with her. And I felt so bad for her in those scenes because she really likes Robert.
She's smart, though. This is the right move.
It is the right move, yeah, on her part.
Nobody wants to be like second to the greatest love of all. Like nobody wants that.
Yeah. And I like I like Robert and Diane together, but I know like Holly trumps that. They have so much history, I guess. But it's just, felt really bad for Diane, and I felt bad for her when she was talking to Alexis, and Alexis is still, of course, mourning Sam. So it was just a sad. It's just a sad week for the two of them. So Holly decides to leave town, and Robert. How did Robert catch wind of this? I forget.
She left a note for him.
Left him a note. That's right. Yeah.
She didn't want to leave without saying goodbye to him, so she went to his office because Robert doesn't have an apartment set.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Mac and Felicia have an apartment set either, or a house. I think they all just either live at Maxie's or they're at their jobs. So she went to the office and she was upset that he wasn't there, and she called him and couldn't get a hold of him.
Right.
So she left the note. Well, he got the note and he decided to answer it in a very Robert fashion.
Right. He answers it as she's about to leave via boat, I believe, or via.
I don't know if it was a little plane
or copter.
Yeah, it was small. It was, and she was the last passenger that needed to get on board.
I wasn't sure where she was. And Holly surprised to see him, and Robert says, I'm going to go with you, and they leave together. So they are off the show for a little bit.
It's very cute the way they left. They had really had Holly dressed. They both were dressed like it was like a Humphrey Bogart film, and it was very romantic and very sweet. And I guess Tristan has other things to do for a minute. They did say the other characters on the show said he would be back. He said it's a round trip ticket, so some people think we're good, but I don't think so.
I heard through the grapevine they'll be back in early 2025. So
good. He's probably got a movie to film or something. Tristan Ross a lot.
Yeah, they'll definitely be back.
Good for him. He's like 78 and he has like a killer career.
Yeah.
He's doing it.
All right, so we did see Lucky this week, which was great. But
All last week we're like, where is he?
where is he? Still in Port Charles. What's going on?
Mhm.
Well, Lucky has had I mean, going back and forth about leaving Port Charles, and he lets Liz know his feelings on this. That he's ready to, wants to go do something else, and Liz lays into him, and I love that. But I think I still think Liz has some resentment for Lucky being gone so long, and she won't talk to him about it.
She doesn't have resentment for him leaving for that long. She would not be a human being.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
basically abandoned her to raise the kids all by herself.
Hmm.
He just never like it's like she says, as soon as he smells that people are getting close to him, he panics and runs away. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what he's doing. Like he sees his mother needs him. He can be there for a couple of days, but then he's like, I got itchy feet. I got to go help strangers instead of my family.
Hmm.
And like literally walks around town and everyone's like, hey, maybe you should care about your own family.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you
It looks good.
should. Yeah.
I liked his interactions with Sonny.
Same. And Isaiah, who got an offer at the General Hospital as a surgeon, and he meets up with Lucky, and and he was about to go back to Africa, and he was going to ask Lucky to go with him, and I think Isaiah's going to take the job. I mean,
Yeah,
sure, especially
come
with
on.
the little flirtation he had with Jordan. So I'm hoping that's a thing, or Lucas is a thing, but I don't
I
think
know we're all playing a game of we think Isaiah has too much chemistry with everyone.
everyone, literally everyone.
Not a problem that is,
But
anyone
I
has.
mean, I think they're going to go for Isaiah and Jordan. That's what it's
Sure.
looking like. Yeah, but I'm fine with that. I like them together. I think Jordan looked beautiful, by the way. She looked great.
She is very pretty. Like
Yeah.
she just always looks really elegant and put together. I say the same thing about Ava all the time. I don't know who does the costuming on General
Mhm.
Hospital, but for the most part, I'm
Yeah.
gonna say Maxie's outfit for that conservative Drew won the election party. I couldn't stand that because that was like putting her in like she
Mhm.
looked terrible in that outfit because she's so bright and bubbly and fun, and she was just in this blue drab thing, But like otherwise, like Ava looked gorgeous this week, and
Mhm.
yeah, Jordan always looks good.
Yeah. Absolutely. Um. So, anything else on Lucky before we go?
I thought it was fun to have, of all characters, Sonny be the one to interact with him because of how much interaction that
Mhm.
Luke and him and all had when he was younger. Also, I
Mhm.
thought it was very funny that Sonny offered him a job and Lucky immediately said, I could not do anything but legit stuff. And Sonny
Mhm.
was like, yeah, your mother would kill me. And I'm already on thin ice with her.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's kind of fun because it just kind of reminds you of like 1993, 94 Sunny, who was a little
Mhm.
less dark and a little more humorous. And I
Yeah.
kind of liked to see Maurice doing that today because of his interactions with Lucky. It's like he
Mhm.
reverts to the earlier version of himself in a good way. And
Mhm.
he's going to help Lucky get a job in town. He's just going to be sneaky about it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I hope Lucky ends up staying. I mean, I think he will. I mean, he's on
I want
contract.
him to.
Yeah, he will. I did see something about he still tours with his band, so they're accommodating his schedule. So that's why we don't see him as often as we should. But
Yeah, a lot of actors also have a musical career. The genres tend to go together, so
mhm.
you don't really want to sacrifice one for the other.
Right, yeah, but that's cool. Like I'm happy we have him back for as long as we have him back. So
Me too. And he looked good this week, and I
Mhm.
liked
Yeah.
how he went to see Isaiah. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to go see my friend," and he's like, "Well, it's not a big deal. I was also coming here to see my sister." So,
Mhm.
um, I
Yeah.
like that we're still talking about Lulu, although it's just such a I felt
Mhm.
bad for Isaac because he went in to see Terry and he thought he was in trouble. And I feel that in my soul all the time. And then she was like, no, I'm offering you a job.
Yeah, you didn't expect this? Like what? What?
You did a brilliant job and you're so
Right.
talented. We want you to work at General Hospital. And I'm starting to feel like
Mhm.
if you have a meeting with Terry, it's good news. If you have a meeting with Portia, it's bad news. Like that's how they've divided the work up for some reason.
Well, yeah, because Portia doesn't have a problem handling that. She's
Portia's just like, everyone's dead and it's your fault. And
right.
Terry would be like, I could never. Portia's tough. She's a tough girl. She does not care.
Yeah. So Laura had a scene with Lula that hinted that she's going to wake up, which we kind of already knew. But she implored with her. She said, "I need you to wake up." So hopefully we'll see Lulu sooner rather than later. I think we're going to see her pretty soon.
And I need Nicholas to get out of prison. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he deserves to be out, and I like Adam Huss in the role. I don't know why they won't cast him full time.
They're really weird about that because, you know, I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't the biggest fan of him in the beginning because he didn't really have the chemistry with Ava
Mm-hmm.
that Marcus had. But now I think like the more time he spends with Mara West, the more chemistry they seem to develop between them. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's just a matter of getting to know each other and being more comfortable. So the longer he's in the role, the more I like him.
Yeah, I agree.
I felt the same way about Allie Mills. I thought in the beginning I was like, "This is not Heather," and by the end I was like, "She may never leave. I love her." So.
Yeah, I like Allie Mills too. She does pretty well. She brings a lot of humor to the role as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Okay, so who are we missing?
Yeah.
Huh?
Sorry, it's just because like Drew's on a lot this week.
Yeah, I was
Whole,
going to see them last.
we're gonna do that. One.
I'm trying to think if there's anybody I missed because it was kind of a slow week. So.
I know Diane and Alexis were very like
Yeah.
sweet with one another. I liked
Mhm.
that. Felicia was on a little bit talking with Anna.
Yes.
Because Felicia's basically like, you're way too hard on Holly. And Anna is like, because I love Robert and he's part of my family and the way Holly treats him is crap. And Felicia's like, yeah, but they're adults, let them handle it. And
Yeah.
she's like, okay,
And Felicia's
fine.
team Holly and Robert, and Anna is anything but.
I feel like Felicia's the audience in that moment. She's like, we want them to be together. We want them to be
Right.
happy,
Yeah.
but, and then like Anna's the other half of the audience is just like, either, get together or end this thing. Like, stop doing this to us, So it was kind of fun to see both sides of the
Felicia's
argument there.
willing to, bond with Sasha, welcome her to the family. That was kind of cute.
I thought that was sweet, although it is hugely awkward because like that puts her in a space with Cody and they were dating.
Yeah.
So weird,
It's
but
a little awkward, but in time, I think they'll eventually end up, being accepting the situation and be fine.
I don't know. I still don't even believe the situation is true. So I don't. I don't know.
I still hope it's not. I really do. I still hope it's not true. I still hope that she's
don't think
farming
Michael
out
and
there.
Cody like Michael and Sasha have as much chemistry as Cody and Sasha do. I think that was a misstep.
Yeah, and I did like the scene where Felicia and Sasha were in the hospital, and Sasha says, "No, I just got kidnapped and was held hostage." She said it so nonchalantly. It was very funny.
She does live in the Quartermain mansion. She's used to chaos.
Yeah. And it's like, I feel like they're trying to make Sasha like Holly, and Sasha was never like Holly, so it's a little weird.
I don't like that because why shove her into a mold when you can just develop her into a newer type of person?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can now show that maybe Sasha has a little like Sasha's always come across as a very sweet, genuine person. Now, if that was an act the entire time, she's been holding that act for years. For years. So like I kind of want to I don't mind seeing that she can do things like pick a lock and that she has basic skills like that. But I don't want to undermine her innate sweetness just that way. I don't know, develop her like add on, don't take away, I think is what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. It's time. I mean, they've got to do something with her. Having her just hang around the Quartermain mansion and be like Cook 3 is just weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where is Cook 2? What did she retire? Lydia got rid of her.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. Well, let's get into the whole Willow, Drew, and et al. Saga. Oh man. So this was fun. Okay, so Drew is elected to what was he, congressman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got elected a week
Yep.
late.
Yeah.
I think they're a week behind.
Well,
Yeah,
they're never going to be perfect on that because, real
yeah,
life events interrupt so often. And also, General Hospital is a place where one
mhm,
day is 3 weeks and then the next day is 6 months later. So you just have to kind of roll with the weird timelines.
yeah.
It could be Halloween for a month or a day.
That is
You don't
true.
know what you're getting.
And they forgot Max's birthday this year.
Well, Sam died, so
Sam died on Max's birthday, which is sad.
bummer.
Yeah,
Bummer.
that's a bummer.
They just acted like it didn't happen. I was like, nobody's going to say happy birthday to this woman. She's got 2 kids. Nobody's saying happy birthday.
Hmm.
Her parents, who are on all the time, didn't say happy. Her boyfriend didn't say happy birthday. At least somebody should have
Birthdays,
mentioned
everyone
it.
forgot Molly's birthday. Poor Molly.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Even her dad, which was weird. Rick wouldn't forget her birthday. I don't think.
you kidding? How often do dads forget their children's birthdays? Because they're like, or he could be like me, a person who knows the date of your birthday but doesn't know the date. So,
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
birthday on the 3rd, and they're like, yeah, that was idiot.
All right, so we have Drew got elected, and he. Meanwhile, Michael is confiding in Jason about the whole Drew and Willow situation.
Mhm.
He does tell him that they slept together, correct?
He does. He tells him. He
Yeah.
literally tells him everything. He tells him
Mhm.
how he wants to save the marriage, but he doesn't believe that Willow is a one night stand affair person. He is afraid
Mhm.
he might be in love with Drew, and he thinks his marriage is over, and he's not really sure how to handle that. And Jason is being the perfect uncle slash surrogate dad for Michael, but you can see that he is seething with rage.
I love that he's still so protective of Michael after all these
Raise
years.
that baby.
Yeah, he did. He's
Mhm.
like a son to him, and
Well,
yeah.
it's also his brother's son, so even if he was the
Hmm.
father, he's always been in the favored uncle position. So it's not like there's
Hmm.
ever been a moment where Jason hasn't been very involved in Michael's life and treats him exactly like he should, like a real family member, because he is.
Yeah. So, Michael wants Willow to be honest with him, and he knows she's still not being honest. She still hasn't told him about the second kiss. She still hasn't told him that they slept together.
He tries so hard to get her to admit it. He
He
just wants
does.
to
He
say,
tries so hard.
and she just,
She won't say anything because more. The thing is, she's more loyal to Drew than Michael, and she doesn't even realize that, and that's not fair.
yeah. If you watch in the scene where he gets elected, she is at Drew's beck and call, and that she's acting like Drew's wife
Mhm.
in that scene, and it is frustrating
So frustrating.
beyond. It's beyond frustrating. Like she can't be that unaware, is she? Maybe
I don't think she is conscious of the whole situation that she's putting Drew first.
created.
Michael. I don't think she realizes it. No, but she definitely is. Her actions are speaking louder than her words in this scenario. Um, so Jason is waiting for Drew, and when he gets back from his campaign election, and Nina's with him, and Nina's like, "Congratulate your brother on his election to congressman," and he he puts his hands out like he's gonna shake his hand, and then he punches him in the face.
Jason, okay, so when he walks in that room, Jason's standing there with his murder face on. His jaw is clenched tightly.
Hmm.
Any person with half a brain would take a step back, not a step forward. And
Hmm.
Drew offers his hand and he gets hit in the side, like he knocks him to the ground, one solid hit. And your girl rewound it and watched it again because I was laughing too hard the first
I
time.
I
And
know.
I just laughed straight through the second time. And then I didn't even know there was a fight because, like, the credits come up next. I was too busy laughing at him being knocked to the ground. It was so satisfying to see Drew
Mhm.
get knocked on his ass.
It really was, especially after everything he's done over the last few months. It was
He's been
perfect.
awful and he's got no
Yeah.
comeuppance from anyone. And then here comes
Mhm.
Jason, who, like, normally I'm like, come on, Jason can't solve every problem. This is one Jason can solve. He punched
Hmm.
him dead in the face, and he deserved it.
He absolutely did. And I love Lois's reaction.
In Monica's house.
In my, yeah, it's great.
Hmm.
And I love when everyone was trying to keep the truth from Lois because she can't keep a secret.
Yeah. But when they come back from the credits, they literally, the two of them, like Drew squares up, they start fighting. Ned
Yeah.
has to come in and pull them apart. Luckily, Chase isn't home. You don't have the resident narc in the house. So
Oh
like
yeah.
they pull them apart, and everybody's just like, what the hell? What's going on? But you can see like Brooklyn and Ned making eyes at each other because they know what this is about.
Oh yeah.
And they're, like you said, they're keeping it from Lois, but like they pull them apart, and Nina is just like, what the hell is happening? What's
Right.
going on? Why would this happen? And like Jason very calmly just goes, he knows
He
why.
knows why. Yeah. Exactly.
And he just leaves. He's just like, he
Hmm.
knows why, and he leaves. And you're just like, he does know why. And that's why he's not fighting like
Hmm.
any of that situation. He knows he deserved to get his ass beat.
Yeah, he definitely did.
But it was really funny to see some like genuine chaos at the Quartermain mansion where it belongs.
It was really really fun. And it's weird how when we see Lois, we don't see Olivia. We never see them together. It's you either get one or the other. I wish they
That's
had more scenes
weird.
together.
It is weird. I like them interacting. I think if they're
Hmm.
living in the same house, it should be more like
Hmm.
Olivia and Lois like together causing trouble and getting into drama. But I think right
Hmm.
now we can forgive it because Olivia is wrapped up in her son's tragedy and
Yeah.
probably dealing with the kids. A lot of people are like, I can't believe Jason did that with the kids upstairs. I don't care. Drew deserved to get laid out, and
No.
I
Even
laughed at
Carly said something, and I was like, "What, Carly? What? Really?"
Carly, when did you stop punching people in the face when their children were nearby? When?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when did you stop doing that? Was it last week? Because for
Yeah.
serious.
Who are you to judge?
I
Like,
know,
really?
right? Do you know how many cat fights that woman's been in? You know how many times she's attacked somebody
Mhm.
unprovoked? Like,
Yeah.
she's crazy sometimes. Like,
Mm.
Laura
I know.
Wright did a great job in that scene. She was needling Jason so hard to try and get information, and Jason was just like, no.
No. Yeah, and it's. I mean, I like that he didn't tell her. I'm glad he didn't tell her.
It's not his secret to tell.
Exactly. Yeah.
It was a situation between brothers. He
And
went to his brother and beat him up.
she goes to Drew, and she's trying to get information out of him, and he's not giving any information either.
Drew is a scumbag. I'm sorry. In
Mhm.
that conversation with
But
Carly, he turned that conversation to how she's always loyal to Jason, but he didn't
mhm.
admit that he slept with her son's wife. Now, he
Yeah.
slept with her, he slept
Yeah.
with Willow, he
And
slept
Nina.
with Nina. Like, he slept with
Mhm.
all the women in that family, basically, and he has the nerve to stand there and start questioning her loyalty to Jason when he has zero loyalty to anyone in that family.
Yeah. Crazy.
I was so mad. I was so disgusted. I was just like, are you serious right now? You're going to turn this into, this is why I left you because you could never love me the way you love Jason. I'm like, you just banged her son's wife. Like, what?
Mhm.
You deserve no loyalty. No loyalty for you from anyone.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. Carly was annoying me this week. It's usually Christina, but Carly was annoying me more.
Because Carly doesn't have her own storyline right now. She's just
Yeah,
an
she's
addendum to
meddling in
other
others.
people's.
Yeah.
And I don't like
Mhm.
that. I need Carly to get back into her. I feel like they're setting up for it with Jack Brennan. They're kind of like doing
They
a little
are.
flirty flirt, but Carly doesn't really have her own plot line right now. So it's like her and Sunny are just playing people who show up in your storyline for you to make a point and then move
Mhm.
away from. And like Carly, like if Carly knew what Drew did, she would have came in there like swinging and he would have got laid out a second time
Mhm. Yeah.
because there's no way she would have because that's gross. Like that's just
Yeah.
gross.
It's horrible. Yeah. So Drew consults Rick and wants him to go to Jason and tell him he needs to sign an NDA out, and in return he will not press charges. And I loved Rick in those scenes.
Rick, Rick was so great this week.
He
Like
was.
anyone he could needle, he needled. He was doing. I
Mhm.
was very impressed with Rick this week. I love him.
Yeah.
Mm.
So Rick goes to see Jason, and Jason says, "No, I'm not signing anything."
Yeah, but he
And
also says he's not going to tell anyone anything.
exactly, he won't
And
say anything.
he's
Yeah.
like, you tell him I won't say anything. And he's
Mhm.
like, I'm supposed to trust that? And he's like, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I love the look on his face, Jason's face the whole time. I was just like, I loving it. And didn't Rick flinched at one point and like
Well,
because he was like, "Are you gonna hit?"
he provoked Jason.
He did, yeah.
Because if he could get Jason to hit him, because they hate
Mhm.
each other,
Oh
if
yeah.
he could get Jason to hit him, then he would press charges. So he's like, and he
Mhm.
was great because he got up in Jason's face and he was just like, "Oh, I see it. You want to hit me, don't you? Do
Yeah,
it,
right.
do it."
Yeah.
And I was just like, "Oh, that is such a brave thing to do." Like it's because
Mhm.
Jason is like an assassin, but he did flinch because Jason brought his hand up. And then, of course, Jason won that round. But Rick was great because he got the entire story out of Drew because he said he wouldn't represent him if he didn't know anything
Yeah.
or know everything. That doesn't happen in real life. Your lawyer doesn't want to know because then they can have plausible deniability. So
Right.
if you tell them you did it, there's certain things they have to do.
Yeah.
But I did like how he needled the information out of Drew. So he was like, you know what? I can't represent you if I don't know what's really going on.
Right.
So I did like that. I thought that was great. Rick was just great.
Oh yeah, great. Just great. Okay, so we missed Christine and Molly. I did want to talk about this.
Okay.
I was very upset about it. I think I messaged you about it. I did not like this. So it's Molly's birthday. Pretty much everyone's forgot it. Her birthday in wake of
They're just forgetting everyone's birthday. Sam's dead. It's not time for parties.
yeah. And it was funny because I saw like on Facebook that Molly was born on November 5th. So like they got that close, very
Yeah.
close. Yeah. So Molly is talking to Isaiah, and Isaiah kind of wishes her happy birthday. Gives I think he gets her a pastry or something.
And then Isaiah
Yeah.
sits there and has chemistry with Molly.
With everybody, I can't. He's great.
An abundance of riches for us.
I guess they're trying to figure out who they're going to pair him with because they keep testing him with different women.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I did like their interaction. And he did get her a pastry and he was very sweet to her.
He was.
And she even said, she's like, it's not like I really want to celebrate my birthday this year. She lost her baby. She lost her sister.
Mm-hmm.
And she's fighting with her other sister. So it's like, it's not
Mm-hmm.
exactly a year for family for Molly.
Right.
Also, her and TJ just cannot get on the same page.
No. And TJ didn't even forgot her birthday, which is terrible. That's your wife.
TJ, look, I don't know why they're writing this way, but like TJ,
Mm-hmm.
I think I just keep saying it. TJ is angry with Molly for not reacting the way he is reacting.
Yes.
And then she, of course, doesn't want to be around that because she's already mourning. And he should be up her butt right now. Her sister just died. And he's just like, I guess she's somewhere. I don't care. So, like, he can't seem to get over his own feelings to care about her feelings. And then he just says she's pushing him away. Yeah. And I would be pushing him away, too, if every time I tried to grieve, he told me I was grieving incorrectly. Like, it's not. I don't think he's doing it maliciously, and I don't think he's a bad person. I just think that's the issue.
Yeah.
Which sucks. Because they've been a long-term couple.
Yeah.
Only Mac and Felicia stay together.
High school, at least. They've been together for a really long time.
Yeah, a long time.
So Christina ends up meeting up with Molly at Kelly's. I always say Kelly's. It's Bobby's. I know.
It's been Kelly's for over 60 years. It's kind of hard to turn around and change the name.
Yeah.
And I still think they should have named a wing in the hospital after Bobby, not Kelly's Diner. But
I agree. 100%.
Proceed.
No, I agree 110% about that. So Christina has gotten her a necklace, and Molly, that's one that's similar to one that Christina has that Molly likes. And Molly seems touched, and that kind of pissed me off. I'm like, I would just thrown it in her face and walked out if I were this. But
I think they're working just towards a reconciliation, which I
yeah,
don't know. I don't know how well it's going to go since Christina still references that baby as Adela, like, and still acts like that was
mm-hmm,
her baby and nobody else's baby. I mean, the baby
mm-hmm.
is dead. Can you just call the baby Irene in front of your family and not
Yeah,
keep doing
take one
this?
for the team.
Yeah, just keep it in your heart, obviously, because obviously you can't let it go. But even like
Mm-hmm,
Alexis just ignores it when she does it. Like she just
mm-hmm,
ignores it. And it's like you shouldn't. Every time she says Adela, you should say, "You mean Irene?"
mm-hmm.
And like just and you've got to stop doing this. It wasn't your baby. You know, but nobody wants to make her face reality because she's so fragile and she's so sad. And
Mm-hmm.
like, come on. Like you're infantilizing her. She's a big girl. She can handle it.
Yeah, the only way that I will, I don't think I would ever forgive Christina if I were Molly, but
If
she
it were
needs,
real life, they would never speak to one another again.
yeah,
That would
but
be it.
Christina needs to take some accountability,
She won't.
and she won't, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
And I kind of, I'll talk about this in speculation, but I have a storyline that I think would redeem Christina a little bit in my eyes, but I don't know if that would be easy. If that's an easy thing to do, it's really not. All right. Do you have anything else?
Did we talk about the first off Trina and the new love
Oh
interest?
yes, Kai. Yeah, Katrina and Kai.
Kai, a Hawaiian name. And my friend's son's name. So I'm very familiar with the name Kai. How cliche.
Yeah.
How cliche. A football player who doesn't do his homework and a smart girl who does is
Mm-hmm.
important love school.
Mm-hmm.
Um I don't think they have any chemistry yet. I don't like the
Yeah.
angry. I I was saying earlier, I was like, I feel like she has more chemistry with TJ and they're related. So I don't get this guy. I think it's a little cliche. I want him to be more interesting than he is right now. The actor seems fine. I actually liked the guy that was sitting at the table with him more than him. So like his other friend who was like, who cares? Let's go play football. I was
Yeah.
like, this guy's all right. But he's too new for me to care about. I just don't like the whole. She was so aggressively angry with him about him missing the group project. And I get that in my soul as someone who just got another degree. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, it's so cliche. I just want
Yeah.
something different or interesting. So he needs to be
Mm-hmm.
fleshed out a lot more.
Well, he's definitely taken an interest in Trina because he's deciding to,
Now he's going to show up to class for the
right?
girl he likes. Not a cliche. Not at all a cliche.
Oh yeah, because they didn't do this in the '90s all the time.
I know. Sadly, this is a very 90s trope.
It really is. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Queers and Soaps. This is our GH coverage for the week. Karen and I are going to head over to Patreon, and we're going to discuss some more things, including introducing a new segment. So give us a comment, give us a shout, let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time.